Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Paterson, with a new video, and today we're going to be looking at some of the strangest logo designs I can find on the internet. Get ready for some cringe. This video is brought to you by FreshBooks. So I was thinking, what could I do at this point in the week where I really don't want to teach anything, I just want to look at people's work, but I want to look at some strange logos and sort of give my thoughts on how to make them better. So I did a quick Google search called poorly designed logos, and the first one that came up was Bing, which is hilarious. The Bing logo isn't actually that bad, people really don't like it, but I think it worked really well because maybe because it's so bad, it just works well. The second one that I looked at was Kate's Florist, and this one is kind of strange as well because it's a bunch of clip art and things like that. I'm not actually too sure as to whether this logo is even real or not. I mean, there's so many things wrong with this. If you're starting out to design a logo, do not have a shape and then use JPEG images with a white background on those images, because the problem that you have there is that it looks like a child has done it in clip art. Wait a minute, probably has been done by a child in clip art. I'm not being nasty, but if you're going for a logo design and you don't know what you want and you don't know how to do it and you don't have the money or the finance to actually get a professional one done, just use a nice font from defont.com and basically put your name down or the name of the company, and don't make it overly complicated. The more simple, the better. The next one was the Tree Doctor. Now, I wonder who's this. I'm just gonna go into the actual image look here. Wow, check that out. There are a few things wrong with this logo, and I think I've shown this on the channel before. Have you noticed that my hair is crazy, and I haven't actually shown you my hair in about half a year? My hair kind of looks like the tree out of this logo, strangely enough. This logo isn't actually that bad. I'm gonna admit that this isn't actually too bad. I can tell it's a Tree Doctor logo. The only thing I don't like about it is just the over stylization of Tree Doctor. I mean, not every logo is supposed to be like really clever and stuff like that. If it works, it works. You design a designer or you hire a designer to make a logo that works even better and looks good and respectable. But this one just works. It doesn't look great, it just works. Like, it says Tree Doctor with the tree there. One thing I would do is take the color out of the tree, make it a bit more illustrative, put the tree over here somewhere, and maybe it would look a tiny bit better. Or even have a tree in there or a tree here as part of the T. Make it a bit more illustrative. This one here is mental. Is this supposed to be fish? You can't even read this. Now, this one is crazy. I can't even read what's in there. I can tell it's a fish, but I can't really read what it is, and here's some air bubbles. What people try and do is when they're first starting logo designs, they try and be clever, and yet really what people pay for is not being clever, it's just being able to see what the client needs. Like, what does the market really want? I can tell it's a fish, can't read it. I'm pretty sure it says fish, like P-H-I-S-H inside of there. I like what they've tried to do, but it's just not good. The AOL logo. People do not like the AOL logo. I mean, people loved it beforehand. You've got the actual AOL thing here. One thing I have wondered about the AOL logo is why it's so pointy at the top here of the A. Never understood that. Let's just go have a look at the AOL logo. The actual AOL logo isn't bad at all. I kind of like it. It looks really good. It's got the full stop at the end of it, and people know what it is. It doesn't work that bad. The London 2012 Olympics logo was one of those logos that people really did not like. Maybe because if you look inside the logo, it kind of looks a bit rude, and it also looks like a child has made it. But I think it was a great logo for the London 2012 Olympics because it stood out and it was colorful. This here in the middle is not cool. The Olympics thing in the middle there and that there, I don't think it's cool. I think the 2012 itself was very creatively done. I don't think it looks good, but I think it worked as a logo. People recognize it, and every time they look at it now, they just sort of like remember back to the day when that logo was first announced. What is this? Casas Sports Bar and Grill. Ungrill. Is this Cas right here? Oh my days. This logo is weird. Why? What's with the colors? And the font that they've used down here has no resemblance to this one here. I like the lettering inside it, and I mean, it looks kind of really vintage and stuff. It's just always this here. I think it's Myriad Pro that just ruins it. Here's another one, Mellon Tech. Surprisingly refreshing IT. And all these colors here that are completely different to the actual melon, with Comic Sans, with a drop shadow on the bottom of it. I am not even sure if this is a real logo. I think some designers just make these and put it online. Something that I've just remembered is a logo that I hated but worked so well that no one really said much about it, and it's gotten a bit more coverage lately. And it's this logo here, this one right here. The Avatar logo was made with papyrus. Now papyrus is kind of like the new Comic Sans. People don't like it, but can I just say how well it works with Avatar? And I've always struggled with this. When I first realized it was papyrus, I was like, oh, wait a minute. They've used it really well. It has the same feeling as the movie, and whoever designed it and got paid to design it, you know, well done on you, because like you didn't have to really do anything apart from apply a couple of effects. See how well it works with that? It looks very rugged, organic, and that is what Avatar's about, futuristic, organic. And even though I don't like papyrus or Comic Sans that much, I think it looks good. Don't shoot me or put me down, but I think it does work really well. It was this video here, the Saturday Night Live video, which was like the funniest video ever. I'll try and remember to link it down below. This next one here, Swan Real Estate. Come on, who remembers in school when we were creating presentations in Microsoft Publisher or Word or PowerPoint? We would use this kind of effect here, and this title effect is what made the presentation, that and all the clip art that you could get. You're at school and you would create these things like this amazing presentation. You had a choice of all these different 3D effects for your type. It looked amazing. But yet again, another really bad example of a logo design, and again, I do not think this is a real one either. Maybe I should, if you guys have any logos that you want me to look at and review, then let me know. I don't know why the eBay logo is in there, because that is one of the most iconic logo designs of all time. I don't know why people don't like it, it just works. Gap redesigned their logo a few years ago, or this last year, I can't actually remember. But people hated it, so I think they reverted back. Let's have a look. Yeah, they reverted back to their old logo, which does look so much better because it is kind of iconic. Some companies, when they redesign, they can't take the heat for the redesign, and I feel sorry for the designers that are part of that position. Because I don't think it looked that bad. I mean, it didn't look as good as the first one, but I think it was okay. Here's a surprising use of Comic Sans. Here you go, Cycle Antics Bike Store, where the fun begins. Oh dear. The funniest thing about this logo design, or this sort of design in general, is that the Comic Sans work. The funniest thing about this logo design is that the Comic Sans actually works. It is hilarious. They've got the whole composition here in a very basic form. They've got the arcing title here. They've got the hierarchy done as well. Cycle Antics Bike Store, which is what you want the name to be seen first, and then Bike Store. And then in the middle, when you look closely, it's got a weird gesture with where the fun begins, because why not? That's where the fun begins. Smith & Smith Funeral Director. Now what the heck is that font? I'm not being funny, but if I was like going to a funeral director, I do not want it to have this weird kind of font look in here. They look crazy. It kind of looks like the Mad Hatter's font. It kind of looks like this guy. That's what that reminds me of. And I do not want this guy to be looking after my deceased friends, family, or whoever. That's not cool. The Pepsi logo. I don't know why people keep saying this is a bad logo design, because it's not. But there's a few reasons as to why it's a good logo design, and I'll tell you why. It is not a fat belly. People are just drawing over it because it's hilarious. I think it started off with this one, but in reality, it's actually a smile. And it's very clever because it's a side view of a smile and a grin, but it's formed by the Fibonacci sequence or the golden ratio. And I think it's such an effective logo design because it's got a distinctive shape that is simple and the colors mean a lot. So I had a good little scroll down on here because some of them are just way too inappropriate, and I don't like putting inappropriate ones up on here. But something that's just really caught my eye is the Airbnb logo. Now, I've used an Airbnb a couple of times. When I went to Iceland with Stefan, Simon came from DSLR Guide, and Ian Barnard, we went to an Airbnb and we stayed there. And I did not know that the old Airbnb logo was this sort of like brush script logo. It's awesome seeing how companies create new logos and why they do it. And you can see here, Airbnb has become less of like this fun thing, but more of a trusted company. So that's the main thing they're trying to get towards the customer, is that it is a trustworthy place and it can be professional too. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a fun time enjoying it. It was a bit different. I thought because it's nearly Christmas and we're all kind of winding down, I thought it would be fun just to sort of talk to you about some weird logo designs. Also, I just want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, FreshBooks. FreshBooks is an online invoicing platform where I send invoices gather my expenses, and also get paid faster by my clients. FreshBooks allows you to send late payment fees and also lets you see if a client has viewed your invoice. It has literally changed the way that I do all my tax stuff and record all my payments. You actually get paid faster on FreshBooks than you do normally by sending a normal invoice. Everything is made so much easier, and now they've actually featured a proposal part in it, so you can actually create a proposal, quotes, estimates and things like that and send them to the client and generate an invoice after that. If you'd like 30 days completely free, risk-free of FreshBooks, click the link down below and it will take you to their website, but also let them know how you found out about them by putting my name in there somewhere. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for a logo critique, which is overdue, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon. Goodbye.